Piano teachers. Problem solving with students that don't study that much or even come sometimes to consecutive lessons unprepared. I had a student yesterday, a girl that a month before she already knew how to play the piece. She had it in a very good condition and with dynamics and tempo. And yesterday she hadn't studied, I can tell for how many days they haven't studied, let's say maybe even 10 days or even 2 weeks. So in the small menuet in C minor by Bach, from the notebook of Anna Magdalena Bach, the beginning is easy because we have quarters to quarters. But then when we had to play quarters with eighths, even such a simple combination, she would lose it. Although 1 month before she had played it. So I'm going to show you how she played it for me without having studied for maybe even 2 weeks. And then I will show you how we fixed it during the lesson. So she played like this. Although the beginning is easy, because we have quarters to quarters, this is very simple. 1 key for each hand at 1 beat. She started playing the eighths on the 3rd bar, I think, as if they were with the tempo of the quarters. And when I asked her to count out loud, which is a very basic thing I always ask from my students, even from beginners, she was counting in quarters. She was counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Again, she was delaying at a very problematic pace the eighths. So I asked her to count like a robot, like a Robocop. Instead of 1, 2, 3, instead of this pulsation in quarters, I asked her, please count as if you are a robot. 1 and 2 and even with that strict voice. 1 and 2 and very intonated, very accented on every beat. So this time we're now counting in eighths, but I even asked from her mouth, from her dictation of her articulation of her mouth, 1 and 2 and 3 and she started playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 all of a sudden the problem was solved just because I asked her to give very strict pulsation, very articulated pulsation on her counting in eighths instead of just 1 and 2 and this kind of legato counting. And it worked. I helped her sometimes with my pencil showing her the eighths with the quarters, but when I saw that her fingers already kind of remembered the correct tempo, she had that memory, and from her fingers and from feeling the rhythm, we are rhythmical creatures, we have rhythm inside of us, she started playing correctly. And as soon as she again got tired of counting while playing and reading the scores, which she probably forgot because she hadn't studied in a while, she again fell into not playing correct rhythmically. As soon as I reminded her, count, but as a robot, count like a Robocop, like as if you are some kind of artificial external thing, and immediately her tempo and her eighths, this combination with eighths and quarters, no matter in which hand, came into place. So if you ever encounter this kind of problem, try that Robocop counting.